Hi, Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Ambs and with me is Aiman, and we're back at GolRotiRealTalk, where the rotis are not always round, but the conversations are always real.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Hi, welcome back to Gold Roti, and this is Dr. Aman Tawheed. Thank you.
So today's topic is a little spicy, like, the extra green chutney that you get with the samosas. So get ready. We're gonna
Okay,
be, yeah.
so we are going to talk about gender inequality. Globally बात करेंगे, but specifically in the South Asian communities and society. And listen, we are trying to keep it light. This is a very serious topic. We are trying to keep it light, a little bit funny, so that it doesn't get too serious.
Exactly. So don't come for us unless you're bringing chai.
Okay, so Amreen, let's get started.
Okay, man, so let's just start with something that we both grew up hearing. Good girls don't do this, अच्छी लड़कियां ऐसा नहीं करती, अच्छी लड़कियां वैसा नहीं करती, वो ऐसे नहीं बैठती, ऐसे तैयार नहीं होती. I think ये हम सब सुनते आए हैं from as long as we can remember, right?
I
Um,
think it's a lot of trick into that, and a lot of again gender inequality ke tarike hain that that the good girl starter pack, it comes with, you have to be
good girls,
modest, you
yeah,
have to stay silent, you cannot talk in front of people, but the boy on the other hand can
yeah,
blah 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 whatever. And the ability to make 15 rotis without breaking a sweat क्योंकि आपके घर पे मेहमान आए हैं तो आप पराठे बना रहे हैं सबके लिए, so
right.
things like that.
And boys will just be boys, right? They can get away with a lot of things that you cannot.
Exactly, लड़का है especially.
It's wild, बहुत expectations अलग होती हैं from such a young age. Girls are always told to adjust and boys are always asked to explore. And I feel like the tolerance for them to make a mistake is far more than the tolerance people and family and teachers have for girls when they make a mistake.
Exactly. And then we grow up wondering why women hesitate to speak up, and take any risk in their life. Career mein ho jaye ya, या किसी family decision में हो जाए कि they depend on the man to decide for them. Because we are literally raised to shrink ourselves.
Yeah, yeah. So let's start with that. Let's talk about careers. What do you think is happening as of today?
Well, Amri, not just today, it has been always like, since childhood. अब तो फिर बहुत बेहतर हो गया, but if you go into the rural areas of Pakistan and India, they still don't let you study, you don't have to study too much. आपका काम तो शादी करना है और घर चलाना है, so why study too much? क्यों इतनी मेहनत करनी है, डॉक्टर बनना है? And if you study too much, you're gonna intimidate the potential rishtas, you cannot be too educated, वरना फिर वो पढ़ा लिखा रिश्ता नहीं आएगा. The guy can be, or this problem is happening right now even. If you see in the cities, the girls are more educated than the guys. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And as of 1950, even in the US, I believe women were not allowed to work, and then as of very recently, they weren't even allowed to vote. So we just got our basic rights to vote and to work within the last 50, 70 years.
Or Amreen,
Uh,
if you see, there hasn't been a woman president ever.
yeah, not a lot of women in high paying political leadership roles across the world, not
Yes.
just Pakistan or the US, everywhere.
Yeah.
I also
And then they tell you, that do work, but not take it too seriously, because your real work is gonna start after marriage. That's your real life and raising kids, which is important. I'm not saying ignore that, but not taking career seriously, being a woman, is that what you raise the girls with in their mind? And I remember a high school girl telling me, it was a brother and a girl. She said, brother is going to apply for med school. I said, okay, well, good. Med school. Wow. And what about you? You don't want to go for med school? She said, what do I have to do to work so hard and study? I have to raise my family and my kids. I'll just might become a PA.
I
So Amreen, I also wanted to ask you, क्योंकि हम career की बात कर रहे हैं, तो इसमें how would you recommend, or how would you suggest कि is there a difference that women feel at workplace? Yeah, are they better than men, or do they feel discrimination, gender discrimination at work?
See, I can only talk about medicine, right? In medicine, everybody knows, and there have been studies about this as well, that uh, men do get paid more for the same job in medicine as compared to the women. So let's say if you have two primary care doctors, it is likely that the man will be paid more than the woman. They also bargain more, and women, because they don't stand up and they don't bargain contracts. They tend to get paid less for the job. But interestingly, when it comes to patient outcomes, there are studies that show that female physicians take better care of their patients, and their patients have low, um, what do you call it?
Morbidity and mortality.
Yes, just overall better quality of life for them, better patient outcomes as compared to men. Because women by nature are very thorough, they're very detail oriented,
Hmm.
they're very disciplined. You'll usually see female physicians come on time,
Yeah,
stay back even when the work is done so that they can help their patients. And I think that is a strength, and people need to realize that.
exactly. So it's everywhere, right? It's
Mhm.
very frustrating. And especially what's frustrating is what we're talking about. Women are asked to choose between career and home, but men are never asked to do that.
Yeah. Um, So let's talk about, just hypocrisy and double standards in daily life. For instance, curfews. Did you go through a curfew?
Well, I was raised in a quite liberal family, I would say. Not much, but again, at the same time, yes, if I get late, I would get asked about it. And at the same time, if the brothers are coming late, that was okay and acceptable, that because he's a boy.
Yeah.
Not, I mean, it was not that prevalent in my family and my cousins and everywhere, but I have seen in my extended family and my friends specifically, they were not allowed to go out in the evenings. Like curfew, you have to be by home by 8 or 7:30 max, कि मगरिब हो गई है, मगरिब से पहले पहले घर आ जाओ. But at the same time, लड़के रात को 3-4 बजे भी आ रहे हैं. So, and nobody cares, mom is okay, everyone sleeps. And imagine a girl not coming home after midnight.
Yeah. Yeah. And I had a strict curfew, but I also don't have a brother, so I don't have anything to compare this with, but I completely agree with what you're saying. Um, and then even when it comes to when a girl is getting older, she's about to graduate college, stepping into a married life or a relationship, she gets to hear from many people that, you're so emotional. Why are you having so many feelings? Why are you crying? Why are you so sensitive? You
Oh,
know?
that's the
Uh,
estrogen and the hormones.
yeah, yeah, and it sounds very condescending, but it is actually a passive aggressive comment. Like, it's what I would call a
Yeah,
microaggression. Since when did it become bad to actually show your feelings, right?
exactly.
We're humans, we're gonna have feelings.
हर चीज में है यार, not just emotions. Clothing, लोग क्या
Yeah,
कहेंगे, you're showing your knees, what are people gonna think, but boys can wear whatever they like.
yeah,
um so it's just everything. Same thing, like, if the boys um are emotional or something happens, then everybody cares, what happened. But if a girl is emotional, it's an everyday thing, then that's okay.
yeah. Um, and they also we also need to at the same time normalize emotions in men. A lot of men in the South Asian culture are told, you're not supposed to cry, you're a guy. You're not supposed to do this because you're a guy. You're just supposed to suck it up and just keep working or keep doing this and not complain. You're the bread earner. But men should also be allowed emotions. I think everybody should be allowed emotions and should not be shamed for having emotions.
And Amreen, uski wajah se, these are the women who reach out to us, who have emotionally unavailable men in their married life,
Yeah,
and it's creating a lot of marital problems because those men don't want to open up to their spouse,
yeah,
and whatnot, narcissistic personalities and everything is because they don't open up and they don't show emotions.
Yeah, I see a lot of avoidant men,
Exactly.
and uh, a little some borderline personality disorders in a lot of Desi men. Just a personal observation, and it's hard. I really
Mhm.
empathize with their families. It's hard.
Exactly.
We can talk more about this in a this should
In
be
a
a next
separate,
topic, by
yes,
the way.
in a separate.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
sure we
Let's
both
go ahead.
I'm sure we'll both have lots to talk about.
Oh, yep. Let's go ahead.
Yeah. And then even when the woman gets married and she goes into a family, I think the expectation from a daughter-in-law is different as compared to a son-in-law, right?
Of course, son-in-law is a prize, right? Everyone has to please, but at the same time, daughter-in-law, oh, you have come to our house, now please us.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's expected to cook, clean, take care of the kids, and have a full-time job because one person's salary is not enough anymore in the US or in Pakistan. So she's expected to do everything and just be perfect. And God forbid if she shows her emotion, then it's bigger trouble, right? Like why
Yeah.
is she having so many emotions? So this is very, very prevalent in our DC society. I think, Eamon, we get messages about from women about this exact thing that we're talking about once a week.
Yes.
Once a week.
So
I mean, that's pretty common, right?
I know. So, like in addition to that, like you said, that one person's salary is not enough. In addition to that, the problem is here that now in South Asian societies, they want an earning daughter-in-law because that's also something to show off that
Yeah.
we have such an educated woman in our house.
Or Dr. Bahu, right? I there's a drama
Doctor,
called Dr.
engineer,
Bahu,
whatever, IT.
which
Now,
I should
IT people are
watch.
making more than doctors.
That's
So
true.
I'm not gonna specify. I know there's a TV show going on too these days with
Have you
Dr.
seen it?
Babu. I haven't, but yes, I wish I had time to. But yes, I did see some reels on the social media. So I'm just if you see, um, that is the issue here. They want a perfect Bahu who's educated, perfect in every sense, and then she's taking care of the house too.
Yeah. And I'm sorry for, changing the topic very quickly, but for those who are listening, and if you're interested in watching Urdu dramas, I just ended up watching Kafil. It's about a woman who learns that she needs to stand her ground and set boundaries with people, and she needs to be financially independent because she had an emotionally unavailable spouse. So please go and watch and learn from that show because I think Sanam Saeed did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
I think Eamon, I think you may want to talk about how gender inequality starts from even before the girl is born. Would you like to say
Yeah,
anything
and
about
that's a very important topic and very close to my heart because I have done a lot of research on infanticide and feticide, especially in the South Asian societies, or a lot of women reach out to me क्योंकि अब इंडिया में स्पेशली जेंडर ही नहीं बताते no matter how much you try, especially Pakistan maybe they don't want to reveal the gender because they know if the family finds out it's a girl fetus, they're gonna get it aborted क्योंकि उनको boy चाहिए होता है, and boy is such a prize in Pakistan. They still have a mentality कि लड़का कमा के लाता है, लड़का take care करता है, and still they don't realize that women are educated more than men and they're earning more than men in every field of the life. Same thing with the infanticide. अगर आपको gender नहीं बताया डॉक्टर ने and the baby is born as a girl, they try to get rid of the girl in every way possible. They either donate the girl or they either kill the girl, which is very, very sad. It still happens in the rural areas, I would say, maybe some part of the cities. It's less in the cities, but it's still happening.
that? Yeah, yeah, and we see it in other parts of the world as well.
Yeah.
Maybe some parts of Africa or South Asia, and I think it's just been going on for a long time.
Yeah. So,
It's
uh,
changing though. It's getting a little better.
exactly. Things are getting better. हम सारी negative बातें नहीं करेंगे. Pakistan and India have come a long way, and women are in our societies. I see so many women accomplished and doing so many great things all over the world. तो ऐसा नहीं है. But still, we still have to fight what is left.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what can we do about it?
I think just being a good role model, you can't change the world, but you can
Yeah.
create and influence, you can influence people around
Yes. And
you.
raising
good kids. Like if you like
Yes,
you
and
have three
exactly, and
boys.
raising the future generation and the
Yeah,
boys
yeah,
differently than what was
yeah.
what happened in the past.
Absolutely. Make them do
Yeah.
work, make them do chores, make them teach them how to make chapatis, right? And for daughters, I if you have a daughter, I encourage that you teach them financial independence. You teach them how to be a good, strong person who knows when to say no and have boundaries with people around you so that nobody can step over you, nobody can use you, nobody can take advantage of you. I think it's a skill set. It's not something जो आपको
Yes.
पहले से ही जैसे ही आप दुनिया में आते हैं आपको पता होता है. No, 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 it's a skill set. You have to learn it. And
Yeah.
as a mom, it's your responsibility to teach
And
them
what
to
I
be
would also,
a child. Yeah.
yeah, what I was also recommend is please educate your girls.
Mm-hmm.
If you think that their ultimate goal is marriage, even then, being an engineer mother or being a doctor mother helps raising better families too. Even if they don't work, and if they work, that's great. But educating a woman educates the next generations. So please do educate your girls. Please don't differentiate based on the gender that the boy is going to earn more in future. That's why you are spending more on the girl, boy as compared to the girl. If
And
you are
watch
sending one of
Kafil.
them outside,
And watch Kafil because
sorry.
watch
Yeah.
the drama Kafil because in that drama the marriage
Okay, so
doesn't
we are
work out.
advertising drama here, but yes.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead and
we're
watch
gonna
it.
tag Sanam
Yep.
Saeed. Um,
Yes.
we
So watch the recommendation by Ambreen. But
I
yes,
really like.
do give both of them the same opportunity. If you're sending a boy to study abroad, please do send the girl too.
Yeah. And also, Aiman, अगर शादी नहीं चलती है, and if the woman is not financially independent, she doesn't have a job, she doesn't know how to earn, she doesn't know how to drive, she
Or Allah
doesn't.
na kare,
Then what are you gonna do?
somebody gets a widowed, right?
Yeah, or disabled.
Yes, yes. So there should be one should be prepared for the bad times.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, that's a wrap. I think that's all we wanted to talk about. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll announce the next topic very soon.
yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Keep sending your messages. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye.